Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back here today with an article that kind of another one that made me go, hey, look in the mirror much? So, article's from Breitbart. It is dated October 12th, and it says Senator John Fetterman, America is not sending their best of those to Washington, D.C. And again, this is where I go, like, have you looked in a mirror, Lurch? So let's go ahead and get into this. So it says Senator John Fetterman on Wednesday, so it was October 11th at the time that I'm recording this, says declared the standing Republicans who surround him in Congress, lamenting America's not sending their best and brightest, to Washington, D.C. Again, there's a mirror right in front of you, dude. The Fetterman made the despairing revelation during an interview with Stephen Colbert, who is just an awful person, after being complimented on his excellent meme game during the broadcast of The Late Show. Why do we even have like sitting senators on any late show? Like that inherently politicize it. I don't care what side of the political spectrum they're on. Like let entertainers on there and not talk about politics. This shouldn't be a difficult thing to figure out. I think that's why the ratings for all late night programs have sucked over the last 5 years. So it says Colbert asked Fetterman if it was awkward seeing people he's put up a devastating meme about around the Capitol. It says you all should. I don't know why I cannot read right now. It says you all should need to know that America is not sending their best and brightest to Washington D.C. Replied Fetterman. Like sometimes you literally just can't believe these people are making the decisions that are determining the government here. It's absolutely scary too. He continued pointing out how the federal government came this close to shutting down, which who gives a shit if it would have, it wouldn't have really mattered. Because you have some very less gifted kinds of people here that are willing to shut down the government just to score points on Fox, he added. So, of course, always Republicans' fault. It's never, Lurch here and his team, for their fault. So the RNC research thing just repeats what I've just said. Says Fetterman's lack of irony, there we go, and delivering a scathing assessment of Republicans conveniently ignored his own stumbles in everything from his personal dress to his inability to answer even those basic questions required of his job. It also sparked a response from others on social media. And Steve Guest, who I believe works for Trump, says, yeah, he said the same thing with Pop Me Kettle, as I've said. James Bradley, I don't know that person. This is who wants to tell him. And Larry O'Connor, I've heard the name. I don't know who he is exactly, though. It says, dude, they're laughing at you, not with you. Yes, 100%. The critics have good reason to challenge Fetterman's lack of self-awareness. Says last month, Fetterman, who enjoys gym shorts and hoodies over the formal business attire traditionally required in the chamber, applauded the possibility of being able to don his clothes in casual attire in his workplace, as Breitbart News reported. Since previous to that, Fetterman offered a bizarre response when asked about the formal impeachment inquiry to President Joe Biden that Speaker Kevin McCarthy had announced, or now former Speaker. Says a reporter came up with Fetterman sporting a short-sleeved button-down shirt and athletic shorts in a hallway of a Capitol soon after McCarthy announced the formal inquiry. Oh my God, really? Fetterman said sarcastically of the news as he jumped back and put his hands on his head to convey as an insincere disbelief. Yeah, it was kind of weird that he did. They said, "Oh my gosh, it's devastating," he laughed before wiggling his arms and fingers while saying, "Oh, don't do it. Oh no, oh no." His need for Fetterman seemed uncomfortable during the interaction and hustled the senator away, telling reporters we need to run back to the office. It says in June, Fetterman started to speak during a Senate hearing on I-95 highway collapse in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And yes, that's in one of my little edited videos, whatever you want to call it, like the minute-long ones. I don't know who it is. It's on the website somewhere. If you go and find it, I'm sure you'll see it somewhere. But yeah, it's bad. And even the woman who is sitting right behind him is like laughing at him. The hearing footage shows Fetterman repeating the highway's name 3 times and pausing several times. No, I would just really like to, the 95, 95, 95, Fetterman first said it. After he repeats the 95 3 times is when the woman started like being like, what the hell? This after rambling, Fetterman gestured toward the chairman. Oh, great. Now I got to read another quote from him. And this is really good at this. Because obviously, you're pretty much preoccupied with 95, Fetterman said. And I certainly am too. And we know it's a major artery. So maybe he did say eatery, not just for Pennsylvania, but for the East Coast. And a lot of Pennsylvanians are worried that the delays and repairs bring to its standstill deal. Yeah, see, I'm reading it about as good as Fetterman said it. And yeah, the thing I was talking about now is this interaction when he's trying to talk to Biden. It's like trying to watch two like amoebas talk to each other, where you're just like, what? Like, I'm actually losing brain function listening to this. Listen, suffering a stroke during his campaign last year, Fetterman has struggled with speaking and articulating his words. In September, while on the campaign trail, he gave a 5-minute speech confusing Washington, D.C. with New Jersey, Breitbart reported. Yeah, so, what do you guys think about John Fetterman, of all people, saying America is not sending their best and brightest to Washington, D.C.? Do you think it's a matter of me too? I mean, I kind of actually agree with him about that, but the way he was using it was against just Republicans as opposed to, himself and his side of the political equation. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Talk to you soon.